Hey DIYers, welcome back to the channel. It's great to see you again. Fall's in the air, temperatures are changing, the colors on the trees are changing. So what I'm going to bring to you today is a nice little fall project that anybody can do at home with one simple fence board, fence picket, and a little piece of scrap wood that you might have laying around the house. First I got a 5-inch piece, 5 inches wide by 14 inches long. That's going to be our base. This is the scrap piece of wood that I had just kind of laying around the shop. It is 24 inches long by 1 inch thick by 1 3/4 inches wide. I've also gone and cut 4 of these. They've got 45-degree angle cuts on there, which will allow me to have an arrow. And they're 14 inches long and they're 2 5/8 inches wide. You need 4 of those. All right, stick with me. I'm gonna go grab the paints and we're gonna jump right into this. All right, I'm back. I've got my paints. I got my brushes. These paints here are just acrylic crafter's paint. You can pick these up at your local dollar store. So Dollar General, Dollarama, depending on if you're US, if you're Canada. These were $2. And I also picked up my brushes as well from the dollar store. They were $1, believe it or not. Yes, something for $1 at the dollar store. Paint brushes. We'll see if they'll hold up and if I can reuse them again in another project or if I'm just gonna have to throw them away. Sorry, it got hot in here. I had to take off the sweater, had to take off the hat. I was getting a little bit of a sweat. But anyways, enough of that, enough about me. I am getting a thirst on, so I may grab a refreshing Pepsi. Maybe grab myself a little pop. I'm not sponsored by Pepsi, but show the logo. There it is. In the comments, what do you drink? Pepsi, Coke, Pepsi Zero, Coke Zero? I'm a Pepsi Zero kind of guy. All right, so get something into you, whether it's water or what. Cheers. All right, back to this project. Oh, that's a nice red. That's like a candy apple red. That's really nice. Paint, it's really adhering to the wood. I like how it's applying on. I hope that when it dries, one coat will be sufficient. We got some pure pumpkin orange. I want to see those comments too. What's your favorite pop? This here's just a bright yellow. All right, so I got everything painted but the back sides. Looks like the red I may have to do a second coat. The yellow a second coat has some darker textures coming through. So I'm going to let these dry, and then we're going to jump back at them and do a second coat on the front, and then we'll do one on the back as well. All right, we're all dry now. I'm going to add my second coat to the tops of the red, yellow, and you know what, just for fun, I'm going to do the orange one as well. The brown have come out very nice. Sorry about the shadow. My lighting isn't the best in here yet. I'm still working on it, but that'll happen. So that's a nice brown. It looks good. I like it. It's dark, but it's nice. So I'm just gonna finish up these here on this side, and then next I'll have to finish the other side because I still haven't painted that side yet, but I thought I might as well get all three of these ones done first, and then we'll flip them over and get that side done. So back at it, and we'll get some more painting done. All right, so now that I've let these dry, it did get chilly, so I had to get my sweater back on out here in the shop. So this is all dry. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take each piece here and we're gonna write a little word on here. And then eventually we're going to put it on our post. So right now, just a few more steps to go and this project is gonna come to a completion. So what I've done is I've just got myself a little bit of paint down here and some cardboard. And each piece I'm just going to paint out a word or phrase. All right, so I'm gonna get to that and we'll see you when we're done. Fall's upon us, and I've got a couple projects I'm hoping to get out to everybody as long as all my timing goes well. The projects that you and your kids can do together, the whole family can do together, just to get you out of the house, into the shop, being together and spending that quality time. So I haven't gone and painted the backs yet, but I would suggest that you paint the backs the same color that you've painted the fronts. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry. What I'm gonna do right now is these pieces here, and I have my other piece of wood here that I've already shown you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my air nailer, and then I'm gonna put this on my base. Like I said, the words that are on each one, if you want it to do something different, by all means, down in the comments, let me know, what would you put on your sign? Let me know in the comments. Let's hear some of these great ideas that you guys have as well. All right, so I grabbed my air nailer, and what I use for an air is just a Mastercraft air nailer. What I'm gonna use is 1.5 inch nails, grad nails. And this is an 18 gauge nail gun. If I've said it wrong, please, in the comments, let me know. I'd love to hear the feedback on if I've said something wrong. I've used 2 nails in each one. Here we are. All right, and I've got my base here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna nail it to my base, and what I've already done is I found my center right here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put that right on the center. Right, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna put it up like this. That looks about right. If it's not, they're easy to get off. There we go. a nice little outdoor decor sign that you can put out on your deck, put out in the front yard. You know, if you're doing up a Halloween exhibit out in the front of your house, put it out in the yard. Just kind of, you know, that's also a good idea. You can use this for Halloween. So different Halloween words that you can use on these arrows as well. So lots of options that you can use. Many options that you can use for this. I am very, very happy with the way that this turned out. You know, and I just left the top. I've angled them all as well, so it's just not all centered. This looks really good. That's a fun little project. That there, you could have that all cut, painted, you know, like in a morning, allowing the paint to dry, things like that. And then if you wanted to, like I said, you could go and you could also paint the back if you wanted to. But if nobody's really gonna see it, I don't see why you really need to. And this looks good. I'm gonna paint the base. I don't think it looks right, just natural. So I'm gonna paint it the brown color as well, so that it just all blends in. So that's it. That's the end of this project. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me. I know it's been a while since I've put out my last video, but life gets in the way. But we all just try to make our own time so that we can enjoy the hobbies that we have. And make sure you make the time. Get out there, have some fun. All right? So, until next time, stay safe in the shop and take care of each other.